Well, welcome back to the Astrela Starlight playthrough. We are really just finishing up in Cetus Theme, and then I think we're going to head south to Cetus Kattar. Before we go, though, we have 800 hydrogen, so we can definitely deploy a few mines in the system that can do some work while we're gone. So we're going to rotate around, transfer power to our engines. We're going to head over here to these asteroids and see what we've got. Dylan was kind enough to scan all these asteroids for us. This one's got a ton of hydrogen, lots of carbon, a lot of carbon there, most of uranium. So we've got some good stuff over here, especially where there's hydrogen and carbon. We're going to send out a few mines. Let's start with asteroid Deca. We're just going to pull up right here, like we mean business. We're going to start hurling out some mining stations. We've got asteroid Theta targeted. We're in the Ceralex. We got hydrogen. Let's mine. So as these mines run, they're going to stream their contents back to the Copian. We can see that mine's on its way. It's waiting for orbit, so let's move on. What else do we have here? That one's got a decent amount of hydrogen. That one's got a lot of hydrogen. So let's send a mine there into the nebula. Alright, I think that's a decent amount of mines. We still got 500 hydrogen left to do some things. If we would like elsewhere, that station is mining hydrogen, so is that one. And that one is still traveling through the nebula. Okay, so he's mining. Let's switch back. So this one has finished up the hydrogen since it's a level 1 mine. It won't keep going. We've got to tell it. I'm going to tell it to start mining carbon. And I think we're good for this system. We'll let those run, and we will head for Cetus Kattar.
Arriving at Cetus Kattar.
And I'm going to call in the Astrela because the Ceralex is not really an exploration ship. Zoom out a little, and our pulse system is still set to max range, showing plain distant vessels. I'm actually going to put it back at the midpoint because we just want to know what's around us here. Let's do a pulse. So we've got stations and ships over there, celestials, station and a ship over there. To our left, we have Dirn, defense station, pulsar station, trade station. So we've got some good stuff over here. Let's go over and chat with Dirn.
Greetings, Dirn.
Are you part of the Rysian?
We are indeed.
Amazing. I never thought you'd make your race. I found several derelicts in the space. I believe the derelicts were part of a Torizan fleet. Are you here to learn more about their derelicts?
Not at the moment. We are currently exploring this area. Goodbye, Dirn.
Alright, so Dirn has definitely had his morning coffee. He did not give us a quest, so I guess we'll keep going. Let's chat with this trade station quick. Within 400k we can trade with the station. The station has grid shield, a Cetus grid shield, which nice medium-sized shield. See the storm engine, that's a good engine. We We should actually get one of those and put it on the Cerelix. That would speed the Cerelix up quite a bit. It's got hydrogen, some resource, and some weapons, and a factory, although we would need a star dock for that. So the Astrela, we're not carrying any resources because we put them all on a Cerelix. Let's switch back to the Cerelix. And let's head for this trade station. Within 400k, let's trade. I would like to have this engine. So in the trade screen, we could just hit hydrogen equalize since we have a decent amount of hydrogen. I'm going to check this so you can see that the trade. No, you know what? I need to stop. Sorry. Hit X. So you can see the trade station wants 380 hydrogen or trade, and it's currently in a negative state, so that I can't transfer at all. I could hit a hydrogen equalize, and it would use my hydrogen to balance that out. However, I don't necessarily want to do that in this case. I use hydrogen to build mines and things like that. So carbon is pretty plentiful. And if I select all my carbon, you can see I've got a pretty big positive balance. And I don't want to do that, right? I want this to be as close to 0 as I can get it. Oh, I actually got it right on 0. If I can't get it on 0, I can always hit hydrogen equalize, and the station will offer me some hydrogen to make up the difference. Of course, if I run the balance up too high, the interface will actually block me from doing the trade to keep me from losing basically losing too much money in the trade. In this case, the balance is 0, so we're doing good. So I'm going to trade carbon for that engine. So we have the engine. Now I'm going to equip the engine on the Cerelix. So now from advanced engineering, I have that nice neutron power core that I found in the wreck. I'm putting out 40 terawatts, which is good. And my engines, now I can get all the way up to 67k per second. And I've got a really good acceleration rate. So just for fun, let's take the Cerelix for a spin. I've got full power to my engines. I'm going to hit tab and see how it does. Or should we fly? Let's fly over here. Let's go look at this space station. It's a Sarum space station. Now we are definitely accelerating faster, and our max speed is going to be much higher. About a pulse. Blue's a station. We got a ship over here as well, Deca. Come back to that station. Let's head over and see Deca. Since Dirn didn't give us a mission, let's go see Deca. It's a nice comet. Alright, so we got up to 63, 64k travel speed in the Cerelix. Now that's pretty good. I like it. And let's talk to Deca. Let's scan Deca.
New database entry received.
Now let's talk to Deca.
Hello. Members of the Rycian are always welcome here. I need some assistance. Can you help?
And we can help.
We can help. What assistance do you need?
My engine efficiency needs an upgrade so I can keep up with other ships. Dera has engine upgrade software that will help, though her software is not enough. The Dirn is here in the system with us. Contact Dirn. He is willing to update the software in exchange for some items.
Contact Dirn. We get a quest. Deca's engine upgrade. Deca has plans to complete an engine upgrade. He'll share that with us. If we get him some components, Dirn can help us acquire the software that Deca needs. Okay. I'm curious about this comet. Okay, so it's real light like that because it's... Yeah, calcium is the highest element there. That's why it's that color. Okay. Oh, look, something shiny. All right, let's head back to Dirn. Full power to engines.
Transferring power to engines.
Let's get out of here. Now we could do that same trick where we jump out of the system and then we jump back in, and that saves us the travel time. Actually, you know what? I left the Astrela over there. So let's just switch back to the Astrela. There's Dirn. Let's go talk to Dirn again. Oh, we didn't scan Dirn.
New database entry received.
Alright, let's talk to Dirn.
We would like your help upgrading Deca's engine software. Deca would like an upgraded version of the software Dera has.
I can upgrade Dera's software if you trade me 35 tungsten and bring me her software.
Quite
Please contact me when you have the software and the tungsten.
Goodbye, Dirn.
Okay, so we now have Deca's engine upgraded, but then Dirn wants software. Dirn can upgrade engine alpha to engine beta. And you need to go get that from Dera, who's in Medius. Medius was north of Theta, where we were earlier. And we also need 35 tungsten. Let's scan this big planet. Hydrogen, carbon, and tourmaline. That's too far away. How about this asteroid? Oh, it's got tungsten. It's got 32 tungsten. But we need 35 tungsten. And we can mine that. Alright, we need to go see Dera, but let me tell you what. Let me bring the Cerelix over here. That's the asteroid I had targeted. Let's bring the Cerelix over here. Let's kick a mine over onto that asteroid and let it get working. And while it's working, we can actually fly around with the Astrela and scan some other planetary bodies and see, or some other celestials, see if we've got that elusive 3 tungsten that we are missing here. And actually, while we're at it, we should check with the trade stations and see if any of them have tungsten. Oh, how about this guy? No tungsten there. It's got neutronium though. Alright, so this is asteroid beta with the tungsten. So let's build a mine here. I'll take that. Now we don't have a copier in this system, so I'll need to come back here, either build a copier or I need to come back here and actually trade with that mine to get its resources. So that was the first one we scanned. That guy had neutronium. So let's switch back to the Astrela. Actually, I'm going to zoom out. What do we got in the way of celestials around here? So most of the celestials are over here. Alright, let's do some high-speed flybys. So the Astrela is fast.
Power to engines.
Good for running around and scanning. Now, one thing you'll notice about the camera control is it'll go between free view and target follow. So if I target an object, it'll switch to follow, right? So now no matter where I maneuver, the camera will stay locked on that object. If I then move the mouse, I've now broken it free from that. It's in a free view mode. But the thing is if I come back and click, target an object again, it goes back and following that object automatically until I tell the camera to change again. One thing you can do, especially when you're flying around scanning, is turn off this auto snap. And what that does is when you target an object, it doesn't automatically start following. It's good for when you're flying around scanning things. So we have carbon and zircon. What's this, an asteroid? Oh, we got a couple asteroids right here. Let's go scan them first. so we have more stuff over here. Let's go. It must be pretty far away as well. Let's get up here and scan asteroid Sigma. Let's compare it. Stop here for just a second. That's got carbon and rubies. That's got oxygen. Oh, we got some wild element over here, so I'm not going to go over there because they would not like that very much. So let's head this way. Yeah, I don't want to head near that Monac. He'll start shooting at me. How far are we? 4,700K. So I'll tell you what, that mine is running, mining that tungsten, and we can search for more tungsten. So I'm gonna go ahead and just let that run, and I'm gonna go find Dera. I scanned some good stuff in this system, but I'll come back and keep scanning later. And we're only short a few tungsten. So let's go find Dera. So yeah, we're heading north towards the
Arriving at Cetus Kattar.
That's what our mine's doing here. That one. Tell it to go back to carbon, uranium, carbon. Alright, so we got all them back on track. And alright, let's go to Medius. Alright, up north. It said Dera was in this system.
Arriving at
Cetus Medius. What do we got right here? Now, let me put my auto snap back on. There we go. Oh. Elvin. Kanigi. Frigate. 1900. Defense station and a trade station. What does this trade station have? Maneuvering boost. Actually, that would be good for the Cerelix as well. The Cerelix doesn't turn very fast. Got some oxygen. That's good. Some weapons. Elvin weapons. Oh, there's Dera. Alright, actually Dera's close enough. Let's scan Dera, and then let's talk to Dera.
New database entry received.
Hello, Dera. Deca said you have some engine upgrade software. Are you willing to trade for it?
Certainly. I need 5 lux for an experiment I'm working on. I'll trade you the software if you can get me the lux. Check with Deca. He knows where to find lux. Course updated.
We will get the lux for you.
Thank you. Return here when you have the 5 lux.
Goodbye.
Dera, you seem like such a nice person. We will get that lux for you. Iridium, ice, and hydrogen. What else do I have? You know what? What else do we have in this system? Oh, we got ships, celestials, and stations everywhere here. Ooh, something we can claim. It's another hydrogen collector. Okay, and that is an Avar station, which we can probably come back and trade with. So Dera, that guy has lux. So Dera gave us yet another quest. Deca's in the system. Yeah, we already talked to Deca. Scan the celestials to find uranium. Oh, Deca will trade the Lux for the uranium. Okay. We can do that. So that wasn't there. All right, let's head back. Let's head back to Qatar. Actually,
Arriving at
what about our
Cetus
mines that we had
Kattar.
here? Oh, there's some uranium right there. That was one of the ones we were already mining. That one's done. That one's done. All right, so we have the Copier and then the mine. So what does the Copier have? So we've already got 12 uranium. And we need 20. How much was on that station? Oh, that would be enough. Now uranium is heavier, right? The mass is higher, so this is going to mine a lot more slowly. So, I'll tell you what, let's take a break, and when we come back, we will have the uranium that we need, and we can head out from there.